is already. Let me go to the channel now, and I'm gonna share this in Facebook. We are live now. Probably people can hear us. That's awesome. Finally, I fixed the problem. Yep, we're live. Let me
Tell them
share
in case
this.
if it's slow, just give me a second until it pops up on my side.
All right. I don't know if in here I can shut off the audio. Yeah. Okay. I caught the audio in Facebook in the YouTube. Now I'm gonna post it in Facebook. All right. Paste. People, we're gonna be transmitting now. Let's see. And now I have to put everyone, and then that's gonna call everybody.
Let me open YouTube and see how much behind I have you.
Everyone. All right. Paste. People, we're gonna be transmitting now. Yeah, I hear you. My voice.
And now put everyone, and then that's gonna call everyone. Let me open YouTube and see how much. Yeah, it's still running behind.
Yeah, I know. I know. But
You
I
know,
guess we have some people watching already, or not. Let's see.
yeah,
Right.
we
There.
have somebody. Yep.
Someone say I hear you. Awesome,
Yeah.
man. Meeting now.
Can you pull? Yeah.
Now I'm gonna start it. I mean, I know it's late, so finally. Sorry, I was fixing the problem with the audio. Let me change the camera here.
Running
I
behind.
was. We finally fixed the problem. So now the test that I'm gonna be doing tonight. This is. I ain't gonna. Man, I really like this. What is gonna I'm gonna be doing now? So let's see. You can see the camera, right? We are gonna be
Yes.
testing how much current. We actually I'm gonna be pushing 30 amps, and the setup is here already. 30 amps onto each one of the metals we have here: nickel steel zero point 0.2, nickel steel 0.15, pure copper, pure nickel zero point 0.2, pure nickel zero point 0.3, pure copper zero point 0.1, and pure copper zero point 0.2. So we're gonna be watching with the camera. Let me turn it on with the thermal camera. How much temperature we are getting? I'm gonna be making the notes here. So that's gonna give us an idea how much sag we can get with this kind of setups. So I actually never tested this before. Well, I did it before, but not never like this with all the options. So some people says no, zero point 0.1 or 0.15 is good for 20, it's good for this. Now we're gonna see it in the thermal camera. See, and the way that we're gonna be testing right now is completely cold. It's, let's see, if you see here, that's my power supply. I have that set already for 5 volts, and I have a load tester in the corner. It's gonna be pushing. I can push all the way to 40, but my power supply is limited to that power supply to 30 amps. So that's the limit. I don't want to put a battery because, well, I could, but we're gonna be testing. We're gonna be testing this now with 30 amps. I guess it's gonna be a pretty good test. All right, let's start. I know it's late, so I'm going quickly. Let's start with the thinnest one that I have. That is zero point 0.12 nickel steel, not pure copper. And check it out. I'm gonna turn it on now. We're, let's see. Oh no, no wait. And we're gonna push now. Nope, nope. Okay, 30 amps. Look at this. How it's gonna start going up. Wow, the temperature, that's insane. Look at that. 100, and the sag is sagging really bad. I'm getting only this is the voltage is going down. Oh, it's look at that. It's on fire. It's just melt. Let me shut it off.
Wow.
You just cannot handle it at all. Look at that. It was sagging, sagging. Look at the temperature. So we reach it all the way to 200. I seen it just burned it.
How many volts?
It was that's only 5 volts, but
Oh,
it went down. It went down to like almost 2 volts because when we get more temperature, it starts sagging, and it just burned. Look at that. That cannot handle at all. That demonstrate we cannot handle that. If we get in the nickel more than I would say 50 degrees, 60 degrees, I would say that's the limit. So we should not go over that. Look at that how we burn it. I mean that went up to 220 and boom. That's no.
that's what happened with some battery pack. You
Exactly.
abuse
That's
it, you
exactly the
put.
test that I'm doing. What happened to the battery pack? Let's see. Look at this. How it melted. That was 30 amps, and this is well, it was 0.12.
Wow.
Look at what happened to that nickel. It just burned it. Mami, en live, dime aquí, un besito. God bless you, okay? So that happened to the nickel. And this is not this is a nickel steel. See, it's really bad. 0.12. Now the next one, nickel steel 0.15. I expect it's gonna happen the same thing. But let's test it. It's just a little bit wider, but it's still nickel steel. So let's see. Turn on camera. We are ready here. See the cables, we can see where the heat was before, but that one is not hot at all. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on now.
Again, how many volts? Mention that.
5 volts, it's only 5 volts. It's
Five
sagging
volts. And
4.12 right
how
now.
many
Look at that,
amps it's pulling?
4.12
How many amps it pulling?
is 30 amps. Pushing,
30 amps.
look at that temperature, 100 already. It's already horrible. 117,
Wow.
when it fast, it's gonna start turning. And that's 0.15, that's the most common nickel that people use. The voltage is right now 3.93 and going down because remember when it heat up, it's gonna start sagging. So we are already losing 1.5 volts losing, and it's in 140. Actually, it's holding. Look at that, but it's in 142, 143. That's pretty bad.
Wow.
Bloody hell, yeah, man, it's bloody hell. So it's see, it's burning. Look at that. Look at that. It's burning right now. 130, I'm burning. You see at the color? Let's see how much reach to ride it icing or up to 140. I'm gonna stop it. It's burning.
Yeah, that's not going to be good conductive.
Yep. See? Now, let me leave it like that. That's a good there. So let's write what we got. Let's write what we got. Do I post this in Facebook? I guess I posted it in Facebook. Look at that, man. Oof, it's hot as heck. Look at this. That's 0.15 with 30 amps. And I've seen people doing this. I've seen people doing this very often with this kind of nickel steel. 0.15. Think about it. But this is steel. Now we're gonna see the difference with zero point 0.2, but this one is pure copper. That's the most common that the people use. The most common, all right? Not most common. I wish that people use pure copper. I mean pure
Nickel.
nickel. This is pure nickel 0.2. Let's see if this one can handle that current. Let me zoom this a little bit. That's gonna be a good one, man. Let me zoom this a little bit so we can see it better. Here, right? I'm gonna fire now. Let's see if it's sagging. It's 4.21. It's sagging. And the temperature, let's see how it's going. 46, 48 is going up.
I think
50
it's doing better.
it's doing 4.2. We are losing 80 millivolts right now. It's still sagging. 68,
Yeah,
62.
but still, the other one it reached the high hot.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this one is going up, but remember, this is pure. Look at the difference between pure and nickel steel. But it's still, we pass. It's too hot already.
Yeah, this
It's
is
not
take.
burning. It's not burning because it start burning when it's passing 120. But it's still bad. Look at that.
Yeah, it's still gonna get there, but it's going there slowly.
So this one is more able to handle. And hey, this is only 30 amps. Now think about it. People trying to do 50, 60, or these high end bikes. I mean that push even more. This is only 30 amps. Look at the temperature. That's too hot. Right now, that's too hot. So it means we cannot handle. See, 0.2 cannot handle 30. No way. Maybe I would say 20 probably. See, 75 is stable. Now and the sag is 4.18. Now I'm gonna decrease the volt.
Where do you see the sag? Where do you see the sag?
Oh, I see it. Let me show you. Sorry
Yeah,
about
we
that.
need to see
Where we
the
see where I see the
yeah,
sag. Okay, let me explain.
yeah, we need to. Yeah, you need
This is
to.
coming 5 volts from here, and look at what is receiving here. That's how I see the sag. 4.17.
Or
See, that's
17. Okay.
30 amps. So that's the sag we're suffering from temperature. Let me put this back here. That's a sag for temperature. So I
Okay.
wish I can put another camera looking there. So it's stable is 77. Let's put it 77 on the paper. This one it burned as well, but this one went like 160. I seen here. This one is going 78, I believe, was the highest. Now,
Yeah. Can you
because
can you
now check it out. I'm gonna turn it off.
can
Power
you
off.
point the camera toward the tester, the supplier, so we see the sag?
Yep. Let's see if
Not
we can.
you change it from you to the. Yeah, yeah. More, a little bit
See,
more.
that's the sag is this one. Let's see if I can approach this a little bit here so you
Okay.
guys can see the sag. Let me see if I can move this equipment here. Oh, cool. That's cool.
All
That will
right.
be cool. Let's see if I can cache. I'm trying to cache everything in one shot. All
Yeah.
right. I guess we can do this. We can do this. Let
Yeah,
me put
yeah.
it like this.
Just
Maybe zoom in a little bit out. So just
yeah.
I'm gonna put the camera here like this in this corner, and so we can monitor. We know it's
Can
5 volts. We know it's 5 volts in here. That's gonna be stable. This one is the sag part that we wanna see. That sag. See,
yeah.
right now we have
You're
25 because it's not
you,
activated. If I activate it, look at how it's gonna sag. Look at
Can,
how it's gonna sag.
wait. Can you move your logo from there? The DUI. It's covering the.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, okay. Let me do that. Actually,
stream.
let's see if I can do that. Sorry,
Yeah,
I don't
because
pay. Thank you. See, that's the kind of thing that you have to tell me. Let
yeah,
me just
yeah.
remove that.
Yeah, we're
Logo.
trying to improve his video, so we got
Awesome.
the 810 mini switcher, the HDMI, so
What
we
about
can.
that? Better now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
now we see.
they can see that in YouTube. Let's see the logo.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just running behind.
No, wait. Yeah, it's running behind. It's gonna remove soon.
Just running a little bit behind.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome. So now next one. Let me see if I
yeah.
can
It's
approach
it's
this.
good now.
It's good now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's I like it in the way that it looks now. I like it. All right, that was 0.2 pure. You know what is gonna be a nice test? Now, well, actually, that's the next one. I have 0.3. This is very weird. Nobody have this. 0.3 pure
Pure,
nickel.
pure nickel.
Let's test because we're still in nickel. Let's see how does this. I want to see low sag. I want to see low sag, and I don't want to see this reaching more than 30. I mean, no more than 50. You ready? Let's see. Pushing 4.24 is still sagging a little bit. Let's see the temperature, how much it gets. It's stable in 4.24 at least. It's going up, 38.9. I mean, 0.3 is just really good, Nico. You know, see, 30 amps, 0.3, I believe we can call it. Is detecting just this corner. You see my hand in this corner because it's the connection. That's fine. That's fine. But
Okay, I have a
the nickel in
couple
the
questions.
center is only 41, and the sag is 4.25. I guess it's something.
We have a couple questions here.
All right.
Can you check the
Let,
comment? Okay, after the
let's see what they says.
yeah, so we got Jim W
We have
asking the
to
question.
say, hey guys, what is you planning to do for this live? Okay, I guess we can explain that again for the people that just joined. And Jimmy, what he says, will the higher voltage at 30 amp handle this better and the sag will not affect this in the test? Yes. Little bit higher voltage. I mean, it still is gonna sag, but the difference is that we're gonna be able to pass more watts. If I higher the voltage, actually I can do it live. We're gonna have more watts in here, and the sag is not gonna affect that much. I mean, we are gonna be able to pass more. Like in an e-bike, for example, in this temperature is not gonna affect too much. You see, because 39 is very acceptable. I can't even touch it. See, it's warm. It's warm. I mean, but it's acceptable in the moment that it is right now. So
So higher
30
voltages.
amps, that 30 amps is suitable with zero point 0.3. I can call it like that. Yes, we have some sag, but I mean, actually, we can raise the. Let's see. Let's rate the
Voltage.
voltage. Let's put it 10,
Yeah,
10,
it's not gonna.
and put enter. It's not gonna change the temperature. It's just that it's gonna be passing more watts because it's the same. What causes temperature is the current, not the voltage. But yes, I put it right now in 10, and it's sagging exactly the same thing. See, 0.75 is what it's sagging. But we are able at higher voltage, we are able to pass more power.
More
That's what
watts.
it's proving. But it's exactly the same. It's just maybe a little bit different, but let's put it back in 5 volts. In 5 voltage, 5, enter. Let's see if that number from 54 goes down. See, it stay the same. Sag is exactly the same. 0.75, exactly the same sag. Because
So,
current is what caused the sag. Okay,
so
so we
can
can call this one. Yes,
so this is a wattage. So the wattage equal volt times current. So
correct.
when you
What
have
equals
five,
volts?
when you
If you
have five,
multiply that 4.25 times 30, is gonna give you this number.
it's gonna actually give 150. I mean, and yeah, now it's less because it's yeah. I did
Yeah,
it for volt.
you did it. So
Five
see,
times 30 will be 150.
the
So
higher that
now
goes, I will call it 40. I mean the worst. See, 40. I'm gonna put it here. 0.3. Actually, I don't have the zero point 0.3 here. 0.3 pure nickel. It went to 40 degrees. That's good. I'm gonna stop it now. And now I'm gonna test. Look at now. If the theory is right, if the theory is right, the copper is 4 times more conductive than nickel, correct? That's what the theory says. It means that if I use this copper, this is zero point 0.1, this is super thin. So 4 times this is supposed to be 0 what? 0.4 nickel. So it's supposed to run colder, more cold than the zero point 0.3. So we are supposed to be here, probably more conductivity, so less sag. And we are supposed to be looking here as well, less temperature. Let's see if that's true. If, let's see that. Let's check first. Temperature 29 is right now. I'm gonna push now. Let's see if that sag more or less, okay? Push. Now the sag, see, it went up. That's better sagging. 4.29. We had before here 4.25. Let's see that temperature. 31.7. 31.7. See how efficient is the copper even when it's zero point 0.1, super thin. So this what is gonna explain you is why we do a copper nickel sandwich. Look at the number here. Actually, I can zoom this a little bit here so you can see it better. So that's the importance of using copper when we build our batteries. We are gonna have more power out of our e-bikes or anything that you are using. And this is only 0.1. We don't use, I mean, if you can weld, I mean, many people can weld.
That
Yep,
will give less heat to the cell, so your cell doesn't suffer a lot,
yep,
basically,
yep.
and
Actually,
then
uh,
extend the life of the
something,
cells.
let me do something because he- someone just pointed me something out and he's completely right. March is in the channel. He just told me you cannot you cannot measure in the bare metal, and he's right because we have some emissions, and yeah, we are supposed or to do two things: or paint this in black, which is not. I mean, I have some black here, but the other way is use a probe. Let me see with the probe. I have a probe here to look this number correctly. Let me test with the other one. He points something very important. See, let's see with this very close to see what kind of reading I'm getting. Actually, I'm getting 28 right now here. He's completely right. See, 20, 29. And with this, I'm getting in the blacks. See, because it's actually, I'm going to do something. I guess this is going to work. What about if I paint this completely black to help the meter to read and doesn't have emission in the metal? Probably this is gonna work. That's how it works the thermal cameras. Maybe it's not the best paint, but it's gonna take an effect absolutely in the thermal camera. Let's see. Let's see if that does something. Yep. See the reading?
38.
We have a different reading now. And let's see with this. Yeah, it's just metal. So we cannot. We need to test with the probe actually, but I mean for the testing we have the same thing. See, and we can see the at least the voltage drop, how affect, and this is only 0.1 copper, 0.1 copper. This is cool. I'm gonna stop this and test with the next one. So we get here what 0.32,
Not hot?
32.
Is the copper hot, Nevlik?
Oh no, I can touch it, no problem, because it's only 32 degrees. I mean,
Yep.
it's not hot, and that was 0.1. Now we are going with 0.2. Yep, let's go and paint this 0.2. Let me try that. Paint it. This is not a good paint, but I mean, at least we can try to see the difference.
Yeah, try to cover it so that way it will be. more accurate.
Okay. Probably this is not the best. I'm gonna repeat this test another day with the paint that I'm supposed to be using. I mean, at least we can see the sag and all that, which is
I mean, the
accurate.
main purpose for this one to show people how important to use copper
Yep,
because it can handle the heat compared.
exactly. At
So,
least we can see a
like,
little bit of the heat. I mean, in here, in the numbers, and because I don't have the correct paint, and the other thing is the sag. Now we're gonna push. This is 0.2, 0.2 copper. Look at the difference now. We went from zero, from 20, what, 28 now, 30 to 32. See how it's getting better, the voltage? So let's see. Yep. So at least we can see the sag, how affect the sag.
can you repeat? Do you have an extra nickel steel? The
Nickel,
one burned?
like which one?
Yeah, the one you did at the beginning. Yeah,
The
you have
beginning,
another
how
one?
burns? Oh yeah, that's gonna
You
be
have
fun.
another piece, new one? We
Yeah,
can
yeah,
test it out
I gotta show that one. That's gonna be
because
very fun.
join after that, so they want to see
So
it.
this one is, I mean, it doesn't heat up at all. That's perfect. I guess that is we have a good number there. Let me cut another piece of the thin one to show how that burned. That was fun. That was fun. Let me cut
And that
another
way,
piece. Let me get the scissors.
are you able to pull the comment on the screen?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go do it now. Give me 1 second. Let me just put this back, tape it back. I don't want to make a mess here with
Yeah,
Janine.
we want to go back and read the comments so we don't miss anybody ask questions here.
Yeah. Let's see. That's the 0.12 nickel, nickel steel. That's the very thin one. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna burn. Let me see
You
the comment.
with you
Oh wow,
painted
there's a
black.
bunch of questions here.
Oh shoot!
There's a bunch of questions. I'm gonna start with this one. Let's see what he says. Why
Can you
the copper nickel cows and all aluminum body tree can get welded stick to the high conductive copper? Well, why, I guess he refers to why the copper when we weld it, it gets sticky in the probes. And the reason is because the probes are made in copper. So when we weld and we have copper, remember there are two coppers, heating up and melting. So they melt and it's gonna stick because it's the same material, copper and copper. So and that's normal. They stick even in some of the nickel. They stick as well. So yeah, that's true. That's a good question. Let me see what else we have here. Um, I'm going to use a company called I go to Copper Nickel and offer 0.15 millimeter and zero point 0.1 are able to test those. We can. I mean, this is the question. The problem is that at least even the glitter, the maximum that we can weld in the glitter, it's 0.45. I never tried 0.45. Well, technically I did it in one show. I did zero point 0.4 because I stacked two 0.2 together, and then I put on top of that I put nickel steel. So technically, yes, I weld 0.45 with this machine, and I have to put it in 95%, and I did it. So we have here. Let's see, Doug. He says, "Oh, that's the same question. I'm sorry." He have another one. The reflectivity of the heat thermal cam is certainly something. Yes. And actually, this was a bad test. I cannot, these numbers that I have here, don't trust in these numbers because the problem is the thermal camera, in order to read correctly, I forget that detail, and Much point me that out. It needs to be painted in black color because the emittivity from the metal is not gonna give us a good reading, a real reading. In order to we get the real numbers, just like the batteries. In the batteries, we use more probes, which is the. Let me show you a probe here, where I got my. Um, oh, here it is. For example, this is the best way to read temperature. I mean, the best one is Fluke 52. I don't have one, but this one is pretty good as well. So we attach this to the metal and we tape it. That's why when you see the testing, we tape cables. That's why we tape the tip of this probe. So this is a very very sensible instrument. We put it here, for example. See, that's the temperature. That's the ambient temperature. But look at what's happened when I touch it and how fast it reacts. It's gonna go to 32 probably, which is the human body temperature. I maybe too cold. Let me put it very tight. 29 in this case. But see, and I release this, and it's gonna go back to ambient temperature. That is 24 here. So that's how we do it. If I tape it here, we can get the real readings. So, and that's how even I calibrate equipment. I use two of this to calibrate. I wish I have the 52 that is the most precise, but that I mean it's good enough. This is a very good tester. Fluke, the 87. This is pretty good tester. I can tell you. I mean, in top of that, I can send the tester to be certified, and if it's off, they can calibrate it. And actually, when you have to certify documents, you have to have a calibrated equipment. All right, let's see the other question. If I'm missing anything, typical calculate. Let's see. This test was pretty good. Yeah, man, I love it, Frank. I love this kind of test. Let's see. This is actually insulator compares to shot water and oil. Yep, the nickel stick is laser cut in and just copper 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter is a lot. That's a lot. I mean, I never tried to weld 1 millimeter. Actually, I don't have 1 millimeter. The thickest that I have here is 0.3 pure nickel. This is very very tough to weld. I mean, and if you think that this one is tough, let me show you the in copper. This is the one that I use for the very heavy duty batteries. I use zero point 0.3 pure copper. This is very tough to weld. So, and the glitter can do that, with this one. Very tough. But this is the one that I use for when you need to transfer very heavy amount of current. I'm talking 200, 300, 500 amps for on current. That's what I use. This is very, you see, it's pretty thick. So that's what I use. All right, now for the phone, let's burn this 30 amps. It's gonna burn very funny. Look at this. I'm gonna do it in one way. I know this is not should not be the way to do it, but we can have an idea. Let's see. I don't want to make it. Well, you know what? Let me do it like this because I want you to see the sag, how bad it's gonna sag when I do it, and it's gonna burn very quickly. It's gonna burn very quickly. I guess you can see it here. Let's do it. I should not doing this without paint, but at least we can have some reading. Be ready. It's gonna start now. We have 3.97. That's gonna burn very quickly. I guess this is reading. See, it's not even reading the temperature. That is, I smell that. Is that the one?
Is it?
I don't see that like going up. It's
Is
that I
this,
have, you know what I
is
get
this
have
nickel?
this minimum average line on. It's holding up. It's not burning. It's supposed to be burning. I don't want to even touch it. Let me see with the thermal camera. Maybe because I took the whole thing, or I put the wrong one. Let me see. This earlier I did the same one. It burns completely.
Is this the nickel steel?
I guess so. Yeah. Maybe I caught the wrong one, but oh yeah, it's hot. I can tell. You know what's happened? That is still 100 and something. It's gonna burn. It's gonna burn. It's that I put it more inside. It's having more contact right now. If I put it a little bit outside like this, less contact, it's gonna burn. See, it's sagging. Let's see. Let me go a little bit back. Or it's because I feel the heat. I feel the heat in my hands. Look at that. It's
Yeah.
130 degrees. 130. Oh, it's burning. It's burning. I know it's gonna burn. Look at that. You see that? You can see it now. Probably. That's hot. Believe me. Oof, I feel it there. 160 in the thermal camera. It's not that again the reading, the correct reading, but you can see it, and that's only with 30 amps. Now see the sag. 3.56. See this number as the metal burns. It's
You can
keep
see it
going down.
now.
See, it's going. It's keep going. It's going. It's going. I'm sure if I shut off the light, it's gonna be red like 3.38. It's keep going down. That's really hot. That's really hot. Let's see. Look at that number. Look at the numbers. 223 degrees. That's gone. All right. I guess we get there to the point and we demonstrate the point that we have to go here. So now you know how important. And hey, that's only 30 amps. That's insane. 30 amps only. Let me disconnect this. Oof. Looking with the thermal camera, the area. Let me see how I hold it with my hands. Actually, it cooled down pretty fast. Look at that. It's already ambient temperature. It's so thin. It's so thin that I mean it dissipates, but it's completely gone. Look at this. That's what it happened with our batteries when we push too much, or we buy. This is very common with the Chinese battery. When you buy those batteries in Amazon, people doesn't realize they make it with the cheapest. Believe me, the cheapest material. Trying to get the most. They are not gonna give you pure nickel. Don't wait for that. They are gonna use nickel steel in those. Look at that. Everything burned here. They are gonna use nickel steel. They are not gonna use pure nickel. And even with pure nickel, you see how it's doing. I mean, how much temperature we was getting. I mean, again, that temperature is not the correct readings because it was not painted, but we can have an idea how bad it was getting this. So let's see. Let me switch my so you can see okay my face. So we see how bad it was getting with just with that again only 30 amps. That's insane. So imagining those number when people use 50 and stuff like that. So well, you get it there. We need to learn how to calculate when we I mean how much especially in something very important, especially those people that are making setup for 12 volts. like for the power supplies. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, to substitute the batteries. That's crazy. People use that for 12 volts and they push. I seen people pushing 80, 90 amps out of those setups. I mean, and it just cannot support that. So that's why we need to go with pure copper and use nickel sandwich. If you cannot weld nickel sandwich, you cannot weld copper because your welder is not strong enough for that. Then you can stack few layers. So you can put a layer and then weld another one on top, or even three layers if you have to do it. You can weld that, and that's gonna transfer more, help you transferring more current. That's the important part. As well, it's gonna give you a better sag. I mean, better power. So from your equipment. Yep. So let me, if you need any kind of accessories, remember you can visit my store. I'm gonna put it here. The stuff that the website. Let me see my website. You can scan this and reach my website for the people that want to do it. I have few offers. I have the Ampes JP40. If someone is interested, you can get it there. Scan that QR code. I have the different values. For example, if you are looking for a cheap battery, very cheap battery, check it out. This the EV40 battery for $1.90, but it's less than that. It's less than that because when you buy 10 or more, it go. I mean, really down. It's actually I'm gonna show it in here. Let me go DIY. My website's here. Let me share my website in the streaming. Let me know if this works, Shahan. Sharing. Yep, that's my website. You can get if you need copper, you need supplies. I just put new stuff here. Now we have this is for the 10650, the holders. We have the parallel nickel. This one is nickel steel. I know this one is pure, but it's only 1 meter. I have the steel as well. I have to post it that one. So, but you can see the different supplies here. So you're welcome to, I mean, support my website, support my channel, and also our Facebook group. I have 18650 batteries. I have again JP40s. I have EV. I have almost all the EV line. There's another one coming now next month. I have Samsungs. So again, I appreciate if you support my website. Hey, the fast shipping. If you buy more than $50, you are gonna have free shipping. $50 get free shipping. If you buy in quantities, look at this. See, only one is 190, but if you buy 11 or more, 168. You buy up to 99, 163. More than 100, 153. This is a great battery to practice and to use. This is a great battery. They have a good discharging rate. So I appreciate the people that has been supporting me. A little bit later, I'm gonna bring more stuff and more stuff to the website. Again, thank you for everybody that is doing that for me. And that's gonna be your store, your favorite store. All right, we're back here.
Okay.
So,
Can you read a couple of the comments? I think Ryan trying to build a battery pack using those laser cut bus bar like I use on my battery with a Samsung 50S Navlik. Is that
let me
right?
see the Ryan comment. Let's see
Yeah,
this
right,
one.
right, King. He's from
Ryan, let me
UK.
see Ryan. Description is this one. Let me see. Description says 0.15 nickel, either 0. Oh, wow, 0.5 millimeter copper. That's super, super wide. It's even wider than my zero point 0.3, obviously. That's very, and all the way to zero point 0.1, that's very hard. I don't think it's gonna, at least with our equipment. No, I know there is an industrial equipment that I believe today I was reading Pajada, and he was mentioning something like that. And actually, let me put my face in
Um,
one corner, like here. Okay, people can see me. So I know Pajada was saying he have a, but hey, this is industrial machines. I mean, that's too much. So let's see what other questions we have here.
in
Ben,
Novik, he was talking about this type of. Can you see it?
what? Give me 1 second. Oh, that one.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you can customize it and have them make it for you from China.
Yes, yes. But
That's
here's
what
the thing.
Ryan tried to get.
Here's
But
here's the thing with those. What I want to mention. Uh, in the can you show in the screen, Hashem, the bottom part of that?
it's copper, all copper.
Yeah, because they claim that's zero point 0.4, 0.5, and 0.6, correct? But the copper insert in the bottom side where they have the nickel, that side is only 0. I mean, actually it's 0.05. It's not even zero point 0.1 sometimes. Sometimes they put it in zero point 0.1, which is the slimmer copper. So in reality, you are not transferring all that amount of current. I mean, it's whatever can do the zero point 0.1. However, because the rest of the copper is around, the rest of the body of that bus bar act as a cooler, and this is why you can go higher in that kind of bus bars, because the rest of the body act as a cooler, and that's very important when we build batteries. When we use copper, I like to go as wider as I can. Why? The same copper is going to help you dissipating the heat from the battery, and if you use a very good cable, the the heat go by the cable out of the pack. That efficient, it can do it. I mean, and I tested that before, and it really works.
Look who joined us today. Look at the
Who?
comment.
Who's that? Let me see. All the way down.
No, on top of Jim.
Oh
Barry Mooch. Mooch is with us
my
now.
goodness. Yep.
Legend.
Yeah, that's the machine that I was talking about. He used an industrial machine that I don't know much. How much cost that machine? That machine have to be in long thousands, long thousands. Yeah, long $1,000. Yeah, that's the machine that I was reading today. That Pajada used. I don't remember the number, but I believe someone mentioned 0.8, which zero point 0.8 is amazing. Even zero point 0.1, that's amazing. I mean, white copper. So I wish I can weld that. But honestly, I mean, that's numbers to go in very high numbers. I mean, I'm talking maybe a thousand amps. Using that white copper. I mean, and again, we always can stack. If I take, for example, zero point 0.4 is the maximum I can weld, right? I weld zero point 0.4, and then if I use again nickel in between that copper and copper again on top and nickel on top, I can attach that and keep going stacking. I test that, and it works. So if we need it, we can keep going stacking copper. So again, you need a very powerful machine to do that. So the glitter can do it. The Egg 11 is a beast for these high numbers. I mean, you can use the Ego 1H or others. I mean, welder. You don't have to go Ego 1. Maybe the A01D. It can do 0.1, 0.15. Now, when we go zero point 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0 point that high number, not even the keywell can do that. I mean, the glitter, the only machine that I know is the glitter egg 11 that can do that. This is a beast. That machine is a beast. So
Yeah,
let me see what else.
this is the beast. This is like top
Yeah,
of the line.
yeah, he has one as well. He have one as
40%.
well.
I did point two copper or point three, point two, 40% just copper without nickel strip, and it worked perfect.
Microtics, I wish. I try. I got a in microtics crash, but not accurate enough tiny currents. I don't know what he's talking about. The micro ticks. You know what is that? Let's see.
Where?
132 T. I not enough control to weld copper. I don't know. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
I wish I tried. I get and
Yeah, I don't know if
control.
we can make the comment. Let me see the last comment here. For those bus bar, we're talking about we have tested the current capability to see how much they can heat up and voltage side. Yes, actually, I'm gonna be getting one because I want to test that, and the way that I'm gonna test that because I'm limited here to 40 amps in here. I can do 45, but still, I really want to go in the high numbers. I'm talking 400, 500 amps. I'm gonna be getting a inverter, probably a 10,000, 10K inverter in 12 volts. So in 12 volts, I can really raise a bunch of amps. So I'm gonna be doing that, preparing a battery, so I can transfer by the battery and the inverter all that current, and we can test that. That's gonna be a really cool test. So I really want to test those one that the Chinese they are selling in everywhere. I mean, they claiming that it's zero point 0.6. Again, it's not because here's what happened. What they are doing is if they are really selling you zero point 0.6, let's assume this is zero point 0.6. You are come on, you are not gonna be able to weld it. You are not gonna be able to weld it. What they are doing is in the where you see the spaces where you have the nickel, that area under the nickel, they take out the material and they make it very thin to make it possible to be welded. But guess what? That area of contact, very thin, is not gonna help you. It's not gonna be the same when you're transmitting with the all the material straight to the battery, like zero point 0.3 in this case, straight to the battery. Yes, you can transfer, and what is going to happen is that because it's zero point 0.6, the material outside that zone is going to act as a cooler. Yes, I mean that part is true. So basically we're getting more current by inducting cooling. It's like acting like a cooling system. It works, but in my opinion, getting that area with a wider copper, let's say the bottom part, in for example, if I use zero point 0.6 and they allow me to select hey, instead to use 0.05 how they are doing, or 0.01, tell them make it in zero point 0.2 or zero point 0.3 in that area. In that way, I'm sure you can transfer even more current and you can cool down, and probably that strip is able to, who knows, 600, 700 watts. So that's the important part. I have to check if we are able to ask for that customization. Anyway, I'm gonna do it by myself. We are getting a new laser machine, and I'm gonna try to duplicate those kind of boss bar to do it in house. So that's gonna be a really cool thing. I'm gonna be testing. So, do we have more questions here? Let's see. Much reference Pajada using the micro dig extreme amplifier. My experience. Yeah, actually, let me show you. Sounds good. We are looking for those to build packs. Was curious how much can take. I saw the option zero point 0.3, 0.5, but are you welding? Spot welding doesn't change. Yes. Again, those bus bars, they give you the option to get it thicker, but in the welding area, it stay the same. They are using 0.05. So in that way, any person with any, I don't want to say cheap welder, but any average welder is able to weld. Yes, that's how they are doing it. And again, I that doesn't convince me, in my opinion, and I keep going doing my own bus bar because I can use zero point 0.3 in that area, and I'm having good results. And anyway, DIY, do it yourself, is cheaper. Do it yourself always is cheaper. Yes, maybe it's not gonna look that nice, but I mean, I'm getting there. I'm getting there with my new laser machine that is coming. I hope I can do it better. So be
It's like
addicted.
Maggie, right? Maggie,
I'm
he's doing his own buzz bar.
pardon me.
Maggie from the Facebook group.
Uh-huh. This
He,
here?
he no, no, he's using his laser
Correct. Actually, I
to
can show
make his
this here.
own.
Let me show that here. We can interact
He
here.
posted it in our group.
Let me put our group. So I'm gonna show that this is in our group right now. So you can see it. People see it.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe we have a delay, but I'm gonna show
Delay.
here how Maggie does it. Let's see. There's the post is here. There we go. Let me show how Maggie he cut. Let's see from here. Here he's installing that. Let me cancel here.
He's welding it here.
Yep, but he's
That's in
not.
track.
Let me see if I have the post that he put when he's cutting that. See, that's the product, the final product. He cut that with the laser and he put his brand over there. But let me find the post. If I click his name, I can see everything he has been posting. So he have a post teaching how he cut it. Here,
This
look at
one.
this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. And now he's going to cut it with the laser. He's making the hole. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. When I seen that, I was like, I really need one because normally I cut that manually, and that's a headache. The one that I built, I cut that manually. That's not fun. It takes so many hours. I will never look like this. So now my plan is, for example, for the airplane batteries, for the people that like the other batteries. So I'm gonna be cutting the zero point 0.3 with the machine, and offering the zero point 0.3 for the airplanes and all that. That's gonna be a very very powerful battery. Low sag. You see how important is going higher in gauge. Same with the cables. Go with the gauge, the best gauge you can afford. The wider is the cable that you use when you build batteries, the less sag you're gonna have, the more power you're gonna. Because think about it. I've seen people buying these moly cells super expensive. I mean, right now a P50B, you buy a P50B, $10 a piece, and you build a battery 80. I don't know how many 80 cells, and then the people go with this thick cable. I mean, thin cables. What are you doing? Put a good cable. Put out the most. I mean, the cable, the best cable you can afford. So you're gonna transfer that power, and very important, you need to use good copper for that kind of builds. Good copper. You see now, I mean, the difference from using one copper to the other one in the voltage side. We really need to use good material. Your battery is gonna be as good as your build, as good as the materials that you use. I mean, and that's without count the internal resistance. That's another story. I'm gonna test that another day because that's a very long topic. We can measure the internal resistance based on the materials. You want the best conductivity as possible, the best one, to get the most of your battery. That's gonna be the difference from one builder and another one. Some people say, no, this builder is using that battery and they're getting this amount of power. Guess what? You can have the same cells, same battery configuration, and have completely different results. Completely different because it all depends how it was welded. How depend You can use the same amount of copper, and if I weld it incorrectly, you're not gonna have the same amount of resistance. I mean, internal resistance. So I'm gonna be talking about those topics later. How to weld correctly and get the best. I mean, from your build. So that's good. I mean, that's there's so much that we need to discuss. I mean, and to teach. Um, let's see what else we have here in the Facebook. I want to show something that I post today. Hey, um, we post today something that was an accident that someone has when they shorted. I know this is maybe it's too hard for YouTube, but he get a really bad burn. By mistake, he short a battery, and there was a storage battery, a lithium phosphate, and he get a really really bad burn. That happened, and he was using gloves when that happened. Imagining how bad was that. I mean, I believe it was 100 volts a battery. So, yep, we have a bunch of topics here. Very interesting topic that I has been reading. I appreciate the people that has been posting. I really appreciate Stephen, that have been posting a bunch of very interesting stuff.
Joe.
Joe and Rascal, buddy, thank you, buddy. He brings every day. He brings something different. Very interesting topics. Look at his building. Remote switches.
Smart
Wait,
switch.
smart switches. He used remote controls to control those smart switches. See, so Joe bring a bunch of, I mean, DIY projects. I really appreciate Joe, and everybody has been posting. And again, some people doesn't know we have the chat. If you have questions, find the chat. We have the group chat. Let me see all the way here. This corner, see chat. We can go here, and that's our group chat. We can chat there. Make do questions. We are pending on here. So this one, everybody that is in the chat is gonna be able to see it. That's a
How
public
many
chat,
people we
right?
have there?
In the chat currently, let me see. That's a good question. Let's see, members. Right now, all these people has been in the chat.
235 in the general chat.
Yep. So some people are using it. Some people doesn't know that exists. Now it's a good moment. You can see it.
People now they chatting there. So I mean,
Yep.
235 people. So
And for the people that are in YouTube, because they are right now in YouTube, find the channel. The channel is DIY 500 amp in YouTube. So in Facebook, I'm sorry. You can go to from my website, actually from YouTube. I believe I put it there. Let me stop sharing this and show it in. Let's see, share the YouTube
so
channel.
now we have 192. Now it's active. They
That's
are
the YouTube
active.
channel right now. If you go here, probably in my description, if you go in my name here, and you find in the description here the links, I believe if you click in description, let me see, here more. See, you can see the YouTube channel. You can click from the Facebook channel. You can click from here and access the Facebook. You can go to my website, to get batteries is here. Or you can buy. I mean, anybody that is happy with the content that I'm bringing here, and you are not you are not interested. You can open and shoot me something. I mean, if you feel. I mean, normally I don't ask for this. I mean, but there's a
Oh
way
yeah,
to show
yeah.
appreciation.
Buy him a
$1,
coffee.
you
He
don't
does
have to
a lot of
you
testing for
can
us.
select from $1. I mean, that's if you feel to do it again. I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, anything is appreciated. So you see that, or it's not sharing that part. All right. So let me stop sharing this. Going back to here. All right. Let me switch back to my face, my ugly face. All right. I guess let me see more questions. We have more questions here, so you can check the post with the laser cut with the copper. Yeah, I guess that's the one that I just did.
So Doug
Oh, no,
asking a
who's
couple
this? Who's this? Is that Maggie by any chance?
where.
With the copper and also slots on the nickel. So I don't have a laser cut in myself, but it was a laser cut. I don't know who's this person.
Which one?
Corrado Paul. I don't know. I mean, you need to let me know where is your name in Facebook. So let me see what is low. I beat Maggie's price all day. Let me see who's this. What he says. Maggie's price all day. Give me a chance. Low fire guy. We never mind. All good for this hobby. Well, let's wait until you see mine. I just get one that is 100. I mean, it's not here yet. I'm waiting until it's shipped. It's coming from China actually. Is a what a PT? Oh my God. MOPA. It's called MOPA 100. Let's see what else. No, that's another post. Oh, he says that the one that I was showing is another post. You need to give me the link. Who's this? What you got for 72 volts DIY of pre-made? Ooh, I'm not sure.
JP40. Are you talking about build you did for 72 volt?
For 72 volt, I mean, what battery do you mean?
What do you got? He's saying. I guess he asking what maybe what cells he used.
Let's
It was
see.
JP40. It was the last one, right?
Yeah, for the last video that I did, yes, that was a JP40s. Is
You
the
have the video, right? You have the video on your YouTube.
I
You're
probably
writing
have
the
it on YouTube. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me see if I can share that. Let's see YouTube.
Does it
Let me.
show the
I'm gonna
battery
share
there?
the video in videos. Let's see if he's talking about. Let's see what battery the build. Probably this build. Yeah, if he's talking about this build, that's JP40s. That was made out of JP40s, and let's see. In here, I was welding that. Yeah, that's the JP40s. I was
That's
teaching how.
point 0.3, right? Copper.
Yes, this one was 0. I guess it was 0.3 or zero point 0.2. I don't remember what
It's got to be
copper.
0.3 because it was JP40.
Yeah, yeah, probably it was the 3. I mean, that see,
You
that's
used it
another.
with the CYC bike, with the CYC motorbike,
Yeah,
5,000 watts. How many
yeah.
you pull? How many
Wow,
watts you
wow,
pull?
wow. That was a. I'm gonna show that here. Look at how much I pushed with
Show
that
the
back,
sag. Show the sag. Yeah, show the sag there.
pushing all the
Let's
way. Let me find a spot where I'm pushing really hard. But in the beginning, let's see, 6,000. Let's
even high voltage YouTube
see.
channel.
Look at that.
He
I'm
posted.
pushing. Let me see if I want to see 6,000. 6,000. Come on, show 6,000. 6,000, 6,100. Let's see the number. 66. And it was pushing 79 watts, 79 amps in that moment. So it was giving 76.4. So if we make the math, we can make the math and calculate the sag. And remember, we have in that video, we had three JP40s only in parallel, only
Yeah,
three.
just 3P. It was only 3P.
See, it was
So
a 28 3P. That's it.
you're pulling
And those,
6,000,
those
and the motor is
JP40 was
rated
pushing
for
her.
5,000.
Yep, it's ready for 5,000. And I have a part of the video. Let me see, it was here. I even was pushing even more than that. Let's see. Probably when it was going up.
Yeah, you guys need to see that video.
Look at that, 82 amps. I was pushing there. Probably, see, look at that, 82, look at that. In here I have more voltage. Yeah, I'm not the best example, I'm sorry. Look at the speed. I mean, I was catching up that, actually, I passing in an e-bike. See, look at the voltage. I mean, remember, it was low already, but look at how constant is the power. 80 amps. Keep going, pushing, pushing, pushing. I mean, not all the bikes can do that. Believe me.
Yeah, we got
Uh,
some people trying to build JP40. We got our friend Michael from UK. He's building a Saran battery using JP40. It's going to be, I think, 10p.
we
It's
see
going to be
numbers
fast.
now. I'm gonna show you another video. I'm gonna show you now the same bike. This one was with the. Let's see. Where is my other
52.
video bike? With the 52 volts. Now this bike in that battery, I was using a 52 volts, but this one was made with moly cells. However, I was using 8 moly cells in parallels in this
Yeah,
setup.
14s 8p.
No, actually six. There was the six.
Oh, no, I think it was 8.
It was 8. Yeah, yeah. This is
Yeah,
wrong.
it was
No, no,
8.
no, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, no. That's right. This one have six in parallel. The one that have 8 was my 72 volts out of
Oh, yeah,
moly.
yeah, right.
Yeah, this one have 6 molecules in parallel, and let me see how much push was pushing. Let's see. The most that I get, let's see, probably there. I don't know if we can see it here, those numbers. I don't think so. I probably, when I stop, see going up, I really push hard this day. It
Yeah,
went
you
to
should.
almost 90 amps or something like that, in this battery. So I don't know if I have a video here with the very large battery.
Well,
I
well,
don't think I.
that was your first ride with the CYC motor, and if you knew that if you put it landscape mode, the phone, it was going to show you all the details, like the second
Yeah,
video. But
correct, correct. That's true. That's true.
I didn't know
So
that either at first.
this is a cool one. This is a time lapse how I was installing the BMS cables in fast forward. See, that's the process that I do, putting everything. The most important part is organization. If you are organized when you're installing the cables, see, you don't get confused. So that's what I was doing. So anyway, you can check later the videos. I don't want to make this live longer. It's almost 11 a.m. So let me
Guys,
stop
don't forget
sharing.
to like this video.
Yep,
Go
I
click
appreciate
like.
that. If, people that liking the video, visiting again my store. You can visit the store. That's the website. You can scan there in that QR code. Visit the website. Get your batteries. Same thing here. I mean, if you feel that you wanna leave something for the testing equipment, it's very expensive. Our testing equipment right now, I wanna buy. I mean, some equipment is in the thousands. I mean, I really respect much. He have really good equipment. JP40s. That's the cell that we use
That's
to
the
build
king,
those.
actually. Is the king now.
Yeah, that's the best sell right now. JP40s, and also you can get the EV40PL, which is a really, really good battery as well. March, I guess, is gonna be releasing some testing between those two batteries. I really want to see those testing that he's gonna do. So that's gonna be very interesting. Same thing. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna take the. Let me see. Let's go to Patreon. I'm gonna show you the Patreon. I really invite you guys, if you want to see the best testing, the best testing in, let's see, March. I'm gonna show a little bit of this. I have obviously the pay version. I'm gonna go very quickly with the topics. See, he have all kind of topics. Testing with the new version of Samsung's. You name it. He have everything here. I'm going very quickly, very quickly. Hey, subscribe to his Patreon. I mean, come on. I mean, the subscription, month subscription. Look at this, the membership. The membership. I have a premium version. See, I pay this because I want to do it. So, but you can start even free, or get the see, that's the one that I have available. It's not showing the other one. Let me see. Show more tiers. You can get the $2. It's that one. You can start with that one, and you can with $2 a month. You can see the contents. I mean, it's up to you if you want to give more. It's up to you. So I have the one that is, I believe it start with 10, and I'm giving 20 because I want, and even you can give more. I mean, that's a monthly. Hey, subscribe to much. I mean, believe me, that subscription doesn't even pay for the equipment. The equipment is so expensive, but hey, that helps. That helps. Any helps. I mean, and the hours. This is not easy. Testing is not easy. Ask me that I learning with him. My goodness, that take hours and trial and error, trial and error. And I have long time doing it, and I still learning. Believe me, I'm still learning. Hey, support much. So I'm gonna later put the link actually in my website and all that, for the people to subscribe in much Patreon. So, all right, I guess it's time to go. Again, visit the website. I'm gonna leave it there. For the people that
Thanks,
want to
guys,
visit
for
my
joining
website to
today.
get your batteries, get your nickel, your copper, your I have spot welder, I have chargers, and every day I'm gonna keep going adding more stuff in the website. All right, and I guarantee you the best price in the U.S. That I guarantee you that. In what I got here, the best pricing, free shipping after $50.
Yes. One more thing. One more thing. One somebody asking about the JP40. It will say makes 160 amp cells. That is reach 140, right? The JP40
Don't
as a
Ampers
peak.
make a 150 amp cells. Okay, I really don't want to go in that topic. Uh, Let me put it in this way. There's another brand that they are claiming that they make 160 amps. I'm gonna leave that to Much report. He's gonna be making a report about the Cell AM4. So I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna leave that topic too much. But wait for the report. It's gonna be coming out soon. It's gonna be coming out soon. That report. So, but all I can say is stick to. I mean, they are JP40s. There are many variants, and or in my opinion, and I'm gonna say it like that, the AM40 is just another JP40, in my opinion. I mean, it's not a different cell. That's for my investigation, for what I know, and just wait for Much report. That's my opinion. Wait for Much. Wait for Much, please. So that I guess that's gonna be coming in the I don't know exactly, but it's gonna be coming in the next weeks. If
Again,
not
guys.
1 week, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
Again,
days.
mention about the if they want to build a battery pack and they want to build performance. What's your prefer performance battery, and what's your best capacity battery to build? So somebody have a legal bike that is only gonna pull 25 amp, like 100 watts. That's it.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
they
See,
need
if
to
you
buy?
have
Do they
a battery, a legal bike, normally they never go more than 750 watts. I seen some of them with 1,000. But anyway, it depends how much watts do you need. Because for example, if you are gonna build a pack and you want more capacity and you want more power, but if your motor pull only 750 watts, I mean, don't don't buy a JP40 for that. I'm very honest with you, because you need to make a math. So you need to see how many volts is able to your controller to handle. And if I'm using a factory e-bike, I don't think you can go with 72 volts or 60 volts. I mean, there are pretty decent e-bikes out there, but most of them, they're only 48, maybe 52 volts, maybe 52 volts. If you want to build another pack, I mean, and you know that you are gonna pull only 25 amps. Hey, I will go with a very high capacity battery. Maybe, I mean, with maybe you can choose for, if you're gonna put more in parallel, is a cheaper battery, something like the EV50E that you are gonna have 5,000 of. You like Samsung, go with the 550S. I mean, 5,000 milliamps. Choose for more milliamps. You don't have to buy these expensive batteries with a bunch of current, high current, because you're not going to use that. Now, if you have a build 2,000 watts, 3,000 watts, 5,000 like mine, yes, you want the most current possible. Again, you can use the JP40 for your build. You can do it. You're going to have a very more power, obviously, because it's going to sag less, but it worth it. I mean, that extra power, maybe. If you are a racing guy, yes. If I have to do it in my case, I will do it. I mean, in today's day, the best batteries, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, are the tablets. The only battery out of the tablets that I'm gonna use, maybe the Molicel P50B, but the price is $10. I mean, instead to a Moly cell P50B, I will choose for the back 45. Many people doesn't know that
That's
cell.
almost the same capacity, 45. It's very close to
45,
45.
and it gives you
Cell.
45 discharging, and I tested in the channel, discharging at 40 amps. It gives you the almost the full 45. In my opinion, that cell is the most balanced cell that is gonna give you good performance, not good, amazing performance, and it's gonna give you the more capacity.
Less
Matching,
internal resistance.
even matching the. Let me show that in something in the group now
Yeah.
in the Facebook
Also
group.
less guys, less internal resistant than
Yep,
Mali cell.
I'm gonna show you something quickly here. I guess it's in the futures. What I'm talking about right now about those batteries is, let me see if I can here. Look at those numbers. This number is for voltage under 40 amps. The line below is the P50B. The line on top, the red one, is the JP40. Don't take it like the P50B is a bad cell. No, it's not. It's still good. I mean, it's yes, it has more power than JP40, but I mean, the good part in the P50B is very linear, and not only that, this cell is proof that have a long lifespan, same as JP40. JP40 have a very good lifespan, and not but guess in this cell shine in something that not other cells shine. This cell is able to be charged at 25 amps, so 5C of the capacity. There is no tapless cells. The rest of these cells, back, EV, Ampes, they're tapless. All they can do is only 2C, so they can be charged only at 8 amps. 8 amps, don't get me wrong, that's pretty good. But the Moly cell can go really fast. Now, I have to mention something very important. The fastest that you charge your cells, you are killing that lifespan in the cell. So you are killing the life of that cell the higher you charge, and that's known. So we can see the power curves. See, comparing with the four cells. Here is the what big one. This one is the capacity. Look at how much capacity it gives you. For example, EV40PL is rated for 4,000 milliamps or 4 amps hour. This gives you more than that, under 40 amps load. JP40, it gives you even more, just a little bit more, 40 amps, and it's rated for 4,000. Think about it. Now, here's interesting. Look at the back. It's rated for 4,500, and it give you 4,500 and give you 4,420. That's excellent, excellent. Now, here's my criticism, and I have to say it. JP, I mean, 40 Molicel P50B, they claim 5 amps hour or 5,000 milliamps, and under that load, look at how much they're giving you, 45,
They lying.
I mean, maybe they're not lying because their benchmark is maybe 0. At a 1 amp. Yes, he give you 5,000 at 1 amp, but who buy a Molicel to drain 1 amp?
Mali cell is performance battery. They need to test it with performance, not
I
with
agree
one
that.
or
I
five.
agree that, and I agree that they should give
Not
you
fair.
numbers based on their load like the other tablets.
I'm,
However, again, we need to be fair on this. This cell is not tabless. It's not tabless. I mean, yes, it run hotter than other one. Let me check the my readings in the temperature. There's a big difference. Look at how hot run that cell. Very hot. The one that run the coolest, the lower, the better in here. The JP40. And look at how interesting is the back and the 40PL. They're right there, both of them. With if you see the back, it went farther in time, obviously, because they have more, little bit more capacity, almost catching the Moly cell. That's very impressive. That battery, I'm gonna have that battery probably in about 1 month in my store. So I'm gonna bring that battery because it really deserve be in the store. I mean, it's a great battery. All right, I don't want to make this longer. It's almost 11. I appreciate the people that are still here. How many people we have here? It's eight
So
people.
now,
Yeah,
yeah, we have 6 in my on my side.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
see.
getting
All
late,
right.
so people need to go to work. But thanks everybody to join
Yeah, they
here.
can watch this later, and it's gonna be post later. In the so they can watch this tomorrow.
Yeah, and again, all
This
those comments, never gonna go through it and answer one by one and on his channel. Don't
Yep.
forget to give him a like to make his video promote more on YouTube, so more people know about him and benefit from him. So
And I hope, hey, this is the first official live with this setup. How do you like it? How do you like the cameras? How do you like the? I mean, I'm using a very fancy equipment that Shaheen was helping. Actually, something is off. It's my cell phone is off. Oh, it died. My cell phone
oh
dying out of battery.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is just the beginning. So Nelvik, he's now using the A10 Mini HDMI switcher. It has a 4
Yep.
HDMI, so this way he can face the camera. That way, it's gonna be more.
Let's see. I'm gonna show what I got here. That's gonna be fun. Let me see if I can swap out the
That way
camera.
we can bring the comment on the thing, so we can.
Yeah,
Before
actually,
we had
you
a
know what? I
problem that
cannot
he
see
wasn't able
here.
to see the comment, so he wasn't able to answer it. But um,
I cannot swap out the camera here, but let's see. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Maybe I can do it. I guess not. It's because I'm transmitting and it's the main camera. It's not gonna work now. But anyway, I'm gonna show later the setup that I have. And thank you to Hashan. He's the one who hooked me up with all this. That's a
you're
cell phone.
welcome.
It died already. Yeah, and he's teaching me all this equipment. His is even more fancier. All right, let's cut this. It's 11 o'clock. It's time to go. Thank you for being here. Subscribe to the channel if you have doesn't
All
have
right,
to.
guys. Whoever didn't join
Click
his
the
Facebook,
notification
visit
bell too.
our group. So make our group.
Facebook DIY 500 amp is the Facebook group. Search for it. It's gonna be in the link in description here as well. And support the store. I really appreciate it for all that people buying in my store. I mean, you can check it
Again, his
out.
store, it's
Fast
the
shipping.
fastest shipper in the United States. So you order it today,
Yeah,
he will ship it
that's
the
the
same
store.
day. And you probably get it in 2 or 3 days. Compared to the other stores, it takes 2 weeks until they notify you that it's gonna come out from their warehouse. So
Yep. I'm very fast shipping. Again, I appreciate everybody supporting the store, and I don't take more time. Thank you. Subscribe and see you later. We're gonna be online soon
all right,
again.
guys,